Hi there, today we're going to be installing the Hansshow 6.86-inch heads-up display on the Tesla Model Y. This is also compatible for the Model 3. So let's open the box. We have the instructions manual, just in case you have any questions during the installation video. Or you could shoot me a comment or questions on the comment, and then I'm going to answer it. We have the wiring harness. This is used either for the Intel chip or the AMD. Also, we have the front camera, so you could see the front of your driveway or the parking curb on the heads-up display. We also have a prying tool. So let's get into the installation. So before we begin, we need to adjust the steering wheel all the way towards you and all the way down. So to do that, you just go to your pedals and steering. So we do this to have better access in removing the top cover. The next step is to remove this side cover from the driver's side. So all we have to do is pry it, and then we pull it. There you go. And we do that on the other side too. So here is the passenger side. So like I said, you pry it and then you pull it. There you go. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is we need to remove the dashboard completely by pressure lifting it. So you just don't be afraid, okay? So it will just pop like so, and then on the other side too. There you go. And then we just simply pull it and set it aside. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna remove these two clips, one here and one there. Same tool that was provided. So all you have to do is pry this like so, and the other one. Okay, and then you hook it so you could remove it completely that way. There you go. So you could put this aside so you could install it later. There you go, it's just a clip. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be pulling this by putting your hands, or you could pry it here as other people do. But what I do is you just put your hands underneath and just pull it like so. And then you do the same thing on the other side. There you go. And then you just wiggle it and it should come off. There you go. I got it. So there you go. Those are clips. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this one here, that's why we had a hard time taking it out. You need to pull it that way. So the next step is we're gonna be removing this leather shroud and move it to the Hansshow. So in order to do that, you just push this 4 pins, okay, like so, with your fingers, okay, and it's easy. And then you unhook one side, like that, and the other side. So what we're gonna be doing next is when we remove this from the original, we're gonna put it on the 6.86 inch display. So you put it on the reverse order. So you just put it on top right there, and then you just push it like so, and then you hook this up there and the other side. And then there is a wire that came in your package that has this yellow and black harness. You put it in here. You just simply plug it like so. Right there. And then you simply put this back in the car the way you removed it. Make sure this wire is exposed because this is where you're going to be connecting the other harness. So what we're going to be doing next is we need to remove the front tub so we could snake this from the bumper where we're going to mount the camera to the firewall into the cabin. So let's go get a 10 millimeter socket wrench. And then we remove the cover here where the switch of the front is located, right here, so that when we pull the tab later, it's not gonna be in the way. So we have to remove this first, right here. You just simply pull it right there, set it aside, and then there's one clip here that you need to remove just using a regular screwdriver right there, this clip here, and then we simply remove the tab by pulling it right there and then right there. So we put this aside. And then that should do it. And then we'll go to the next step. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this filter so we could have easy access to the firewall wherein we're gonna insert the camera wire going to the interior. So you use 10 millimeters. And then once you remove that screw, you just simply pull this like so, put it aside. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the camera. This is the camera. This will be mounted right here in the middle underneath the bumper. But in order to do that, the other end of the camera, which is this one, it needs to go under there, but it's difficult to insert it here. So we're gonna be using this fish line, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this end, okay? So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and insert it, okay? So it should exit right here, all right? So what you do is you get the end of the camera, the wire, which I believe this one here, okay? And you put a tape in here, all right? So you just put a electrical tape. So I'm gonna do that off camera, okay? I'm gonna show you when I pull it. Okay, so I taped this together, the end of the camera wire to the fish line. You could use any fish line. You could use a copper wire or whatsoever, whatever you have. So, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull it, okay? There you go. So, and then remove the tape. So the next thing we're gonna do is we need to remove this one. So they are just held in clips. So I'm gonna show you where the clips are. Okay. Wow. It's right here. Right there. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. And I think that's about it. 4 clips. So let me remove that off camera, okay? So once you remove the 4 clips, all you have to do is just pull it. Like so. There you go. And then unclip the light, which is that one, and the speaker. There you go, and put it aside. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be inserting this camera wire, okay, into the firewall. So it looks like we could do it right here. Right here. So it looks like this is just like a rubber styrofoam material, and I'm wondering how come this one doesn't have like a rubber boot cover. So probably I'm gonna ask service where is the rubber boot cover for this one. But nevertheless, this is where I'm gonna be inserting the wire. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and poke that, and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, it's really hard to get it on camera, but that's where I'm gonna be inserting the wire. The next step is we go to the passenger side, and we have to pull this, remove this vertical panel by just simply pulling it. It just snaps, and then pull it upwards. There you go. So after removing that vertical panel here, we have to remove one more clip, which is this one right here. You just use a screwdriver and unclip that, and then you can remove it by hand. It's kind of like not too much room there, but there you go. And then the next step is we're gonna be removing this just by pulling it all the way here. So we're gonna be doing that. So what we're gonna be doing next is we're gonna be pulling this all the way here. Okay, so all you have to do is pull it. You don't need a tool. You just unclip it. Unclip everything all the way down here, like there. So remember, when you put this back later, all you have to do is remember how you remove it, and that's the way you're gonna put it back. Okay, so there you go. So the next one is we have to remove another clip that's holding the carpet, so we could pull this carpet away so we could have access to the wiring. So it's the same thing. We're gonna be unclipping this like so, and then just simply remove it right there, and then we could pull this so we could have access. So we now go to the first wiring. So like what I said, the wiring is this blue, okay, that we're gonna connect to this empty female. So this is the male from Hansshow. This one, you're gonna connect it to the female. And then on this one, there's like 2 connectors, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna be removing this male and plug this male into that. And then the one that we remove, we plug it here. So we're gonna be doing that like this. So you gotta go and unclip this, okay? And then plug it here on the Hansshow, like so. So remember, this is the AMD connector, okay? Not the Intel. The Intel we're not gonna use. So and then this one is the fuse. So you don't even touch this. And then you connect it to this, like so. Okay. And then this blue one, we connect it to this one. There you go. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna do the final step, which is this wire here that that will connect to the that will power the display, and the camera wire that came from the firewall, from the front to the firewall to the interior. So let's go ahead and connect the power wire, which is this one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect it. This should power up and it should start booting. And then I'm also gonna connect the camera wire to the yellow yellow plug of the display. All right, there you go. So it's booting right now. So I think it's done booting. As you can see, when I open the door shows that it's open. So I'm gonna close it. It should show it's closed. And then if I want to view the camera, I'm just gonna go ahead and press this steady. And there goes the camera. And to turn it off, press it to the left. Okay, what I meant, press it steady, the right scroll button, press it steady. And then when you hear that sound, it should show up. And then to turn it off, press it to the left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck in all my wiring and put back my dashboard, and then I'm gonna give you a demo. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the function of the heads-up display. So let's get on to it. Now I'm gonna show you the functionality of the heads-up display. So basically you're gonna be using the right scroll wheel from the steering wheel to do your controls. So what you do is you have to press it to the left until the setting shows up, and then you scroll your wheel to set up your language, the time zone, the temperature control, the clock, the US speed, you could turn it on and off, the TPMS, the color of your car, the display, you could put it on auto, day or night, and the brightness, you could also put it on auto, and the plaid switch, you could turn it on and off. So to get out of this menu, you have to press it to the left. All right, now to select a different UI, you have to put the car in neutral or drive. So let me do that. Okay, now I'm on neutral. So the first display is your it has two dials. On the left side is your miles per hour, and on the right side is the horsepower. And then you will also see on the middle the car and your speedometer and the tire temperature monitoring system. On the bottom you could see the temperature, the gear selector on the middle bottom, and the remaining miles. So when you turn the wheel up, you will get rid of that TPMS, but it will be replaced by the distance of your autopilot or your cruise control. On the left, again, your speedometer. On the right is the horsepower, and on the middle, your speedometer. And then on the right upper corner, you're gonna see the total odometer of your car. And then when you scroll it up again, it will show almost the same thing, except for the distance for the autopilot. Now, when you press your scroll wheel to the right, it will show on the bottom different UI system. So you could also choose this one here, and if you want to choose that, you press it to the left, and there you go. And you can also three different ways to show this display when you scroll going up or down. So your TPMS and your autopilot distance and the regular one. So on this one, the difference on this one, on the right bottom, you could see that your battery percentage and the remaining miles at the same time. Okay, so we exit this. And then we could choose another settings right here. It's almost the same as the other one, but it's just different different circles. It's a smaller circle. So when you scroll up, the TPMS will show, and the distance for your autopilot. Okay, the next one is when you press the scroll wheel in the middle, just press it, it will show your front camera. And to exit, you just press it to the left. And there you go. So I think that's about it. If you're interested with this heads-up display, you can get them by following the description below. And hopefully you're going to be using my my discount code so you could save money. Well, thank you for watching. You have a great day. God bless.